My review and thoughts on this live action Hollywood version of it. So going into this movie, we have the Dragon Ball evolution in the back of our minds. Like that piece of crap, this one also has the whitewashing controversy going in. Right now this movie is also sitting at about 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. But how did I feel about this? Let me go ahead and first give you my backgrounds on the Ghost in the Shell series. I did grow up watching the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex anime series. It's definitely a series I really like. So I did have that comparison in mind while going into this. Plus, I did read some of the original manga in the past, but at this point that must have been a decade ago. Just note that I have not seen the original Ghost in the Shell movie, and I chose not to before seeing this. Now, here's my top 3 best and worst things in this Ghost in the Shell movie. This is spoiler free. Sorry, but let me begin with the worst things. Number 1, the story. I really think they could have done a much better job here. For a lot of the movie, it felt like they did the bare minimum for the story beats. This includes a lot of the character interaction. They could have spent more time fleshing out some of the characters and their motivations. At other times, it also felt like the movie was just dragging on. This movie isn't even that long anyway, it's under 2 hours. I feel that part of this was just a pacing issue. Combine that with the fact that a lot of the ideas in this movie are things you've already seen done, and that's unfortunate. Maybe if this movie had come out a decade or 2 ago, it would have been better. Oh wait, it kinda did. Second worst thing. Sorry, but cheating was 2 characters. The villain plus 1 more. I'm not gonna get into spoilers here, but the enemy reminded me of a Marvel villain. Completely forgettable. And then we have Aramaki. The actor that they got to play Aramaki in this version did not work for me at all. This dude just looks too old. It either seemed like this Aramaki was falling asleep, or was about to fall over any moment. I just couldn't imagine this Aramaki putting his fist down and commanding his team. The final worst thing, the action scenes. I was honestly really disappointed by this. I did think they were going to take advantage of the fact that the Major is a cyborg to show more amazing fight scenes. But no, if you're expecting this too, you're gonna also get burnt just like I did. I even think all of the best shots were given away in the trailers anyway. Anything that we do see here is nothing that we haven't already seen before. The fact that we have Scarlett Johansson as the Major also doesn't help. You're definitely going to find yourself comparing her to scenes you've seen from Black Widow. Maybe it's not fair to compare her to the Marvel stuff, but honestly, even the Lucy movie that she was in had much better action scenes. Now, the top 3 best things in this Ghost in the Shell movie for me. 1. Scarlett Johansson as the Major. We have to admit it, we got this hot amazing actress here, and she just looked freaking awesome as the Major. Acting wise, it's no surprise that her scenes came off pretty believable. Even if I did mention that the action scenes were kind of meh, at least we did get a kick-ass Major for whatever fight scenes we did get. Number 2, Bato. Yes, freaking Bato. I was surprised at how well his look actually worked in live action. The actor that played Bato also did an excellent job in bringing his character to life. Part of it was just his natural charm. I even left this movie wishing we got more screen time from him. Who knows, maybe for the sequel. Number 3. I just love the visuals that we got for this world of Ghost in the Shell. It is supposed to be this somewhat rundown, but high-tech futuristic Japan. Although, I do wish we got more of it. If this movie somehow does get a sequel, it'd be nice to explore some more areas around the city. Now, let me touch on this whole whitewashing controversy regarding this Ghost in the Shell movie. Whether you're against the change or fine with it, I think both sides have valid points. It's not exactly a black and white issue with this movie. The story we get here for Ghost in the Shell actually gives us a very good explanation for why the Major is portrayed by a white actress. We even see how this is used to make some of the reveals later on that much more damning. It is also true that this high budget, 100 million plus movie might never have been made without a big name like Scarlett Johansson attached. I really did like Scarlett Johansson in the role as the Major, but that being said, it didn't feel like she did anything that another actress couldn't have done, notably an actual Japanese actress. So it comes down to Scarlett Johansson bringing her huge well-known name, and also in a way, her body too. The question I'll leave to you is, would you rather this movie possibly never have been made at all, instead of what we got? At the cost of changing up one character, in a way that naturally works with the story, this high budget movie was actually made possible. Now, should you see this movie in theaters, or even at all? I do think that if you've seen any of the Ghost in the Shell anime series, this movie is worth checking out at some point. Whether it's worth checking out in theaters is a different story. If this sounds like you and you're on the fence, definitely check this out whenever it's cheapest. Just be sure to bring some coffee or some other type of energy drink before going in. As for anyone else, honestly, I don't see this being a very welcoming movie for newcomers to the series. Unless you're fairly new to movies in general, I don't think most people will enjoy this. I mean, I'm someone who's familiar with the source material, and I was almost falling asleep at some points. That's really unfortunate too. There are some good parts sprinkled all over this movie, but it just doesn't come together to become a good movie at the very end. I was hoping that just maybe this version was a huge actress like Scarlett Johansson could have been a turning point for anime and live action movies. But just like for video game movies, we're just gonna have to keep on waiting. Anyway, have you gotten a chance to check out this movie? What did you think of how this live action take turned out? Did you love it or hate it? Also, was the white controversy an issue for you? Did it keep you from seeing the movie? However you felt about it, post your thoughts down below. Also, be sure to give this video a like. It helps out the channel a ton. Subscribe for more anime reviews and anime videos like this, and I'll see you guys later.